The decision to divorce can be one of the most difficult decisions emotionally that anyone ever has to make, but the legal process is relatively simple and it isn't usually necessary for either party to have to attend court. There are two reasons that you can use if you want to divorce immediately. The first is adultery, if that's relevant and if the other party will admit it. And the second is what we call unreasonable behaviour, and that involves setting out 4 or 5 paragraphs about the other party's behaviour and how you have found that to be unreasonable. We would usually try and reach an agreement with your spouse about the contents of the divorce petition before we file it with the court, so as to try and avoid any unnecessary conflict and cost. If you don't want to set out any areas of fault within the divorce petition, then unfortunately it would be necessary for you to wait 2 years after the date of separation if your partner consents to the divorce, and 5 years if they don't. This is something that the government are hopefully looking to change in the very near future. Because the particulars in the divorce petition don't usually have an impact on any other areas such as children or finances, we wouldn't usually advise that you object to a divorce going through. In terms of the cost of divorce proceedings, it's the petitioner that has the bulk of the work to do and therefore the bulk of the cost to pay on the face of it, and that includes a court fee and also solicitors' costs. It is possible to ask the court to make an order for the other party to pay a portion of or all of your costs, and if you can't reach an agreement about that, then the court will decide that issue for you. In terms of the timescales involved, it can take about 6 months for a divorce to go through. However, we would usually advise that the divorce is held at what we call the decree nisi stage, which is an interim order, whilst all of your finances are sorted out. The final divorce order is called a decree absolute, and it's only then, when that is granted, that you are divorced and free to remarry should you wish. Here at Maguire Family Law, we are able to help navigate you through divorce proceedings from start to finish and get you to day one of your new life.